on this one we have to write square roots. And I suppose the reason the book gives us square roots is because it is really the backwards of squares. It's the reversing of squares. It's the opposite, I guess, of squares. And they look like this. It looks like a division sign, but it is not. We have this little gem right here we call the radical sign. And this bad boy here is the radicand. And this number that you don't see here is called the index number. We don't put an index number when we talk about square roots, so that's why there's none there. But if we had a cube root, it'd be a 3, or a fourth root, it'd be a 4. And square roots simply ask you this. It says, what, let me get this number right, what number times itself, or squared, gives you the radicand. Okay, this has nothing to do with division. Nothing at all. So the square root of 25 is what number times itself gives you 25? 5. The square root of 36 gives you 6. If you go back to this screen right here, not that one, this one here, no, not that one, this one here, okay, all of these, there's only certain numbers that work out perfectly, and that would be these numbers. These are the perfect squares, because they will give you a perfect answer. The square root of 1 is 1, because 1 times 1 gives you that. The square root of 4 gives you 2. But what if I said, what is the square root of 5? What is the square root of 5? Anybody care to speculate? Nobody? The square root of 5, children, is what we call an irrational number. Because the square root of 5 really doesn't make sense. The reason it doesn't make sense is because if I were you, and I plugged in, oh wait, I don't want that, sorry. No. I put it in my calculator, and I go the square root of 5. If I take 5 and push the square root button, it gives me, the square root of 5 on this thing is, oh boy, can't I write and keep the calculator up there at the same time? 0.23606, 0.23606, 7977, 49979. And the only reason my calculator stops is because it ran out of places where I could put the things in there. Okay, this is a never-ending decimal. Hence the reason it doesn't make sense to us, because it never stops. And we can't get an exact answer for just the square root of 5, because it goes on forever. It is irrational. It makes no sense. But you can get close enough usually for what we do. If I gave you the square root of $5, that would be like giving you $2.24. That'd be probably close enough for most people. Okay. But the book will give you ones that work out nicely. The square root of what? I don't know. 81 is 9. The square root of 16 is 4. All those work out nicely, and it's just a fun little thing here. So the book's going to give you something like this. It'll give you the square root of 100 minus the square root of 49. Square root of 100 minus the square root of 49, in which case you're going to change that into, square root of 100 is 10, square root of 49 is 7, and your answer would be 3. Wow, Everybody's good with that? Perfect. And then just one other thing they give you here,